got another box of 2025 Topps Holiday Baseball cards, a mega box. This will be my 12th mega box. I did complete the third set, so I had planned to make 4 sets, and I wouldn't be surprised if I already have a 4th set. I haven't sorted any out yet from my extras for the 4th yet, but I know I have the last 2 cards I needed from the 2 sets. I needed 51 to complete 1 set, and I needed 96 to complete another, and I have both those cards. I've seen them, so when I do sort them sort of where I break up the top 100 and the bottom 102 stacks, so makes it a little easier. Let's see what we got. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do after the 4th set. I do still have some boxes, but I may not open anymore just because it would be chasing unless I kept building sets, which I'm considering. I really like this set, and I think they'll sell. And I'm one of those that likes to wait a little bit before I sell, though, because right now so many people are selling the sets that Jose Ramirez on our ornament. They're selling it, I think, for too little. I think it's selling for around 20, maybe even less than that. Yeah, I wouldn't. I I probably will try to sell them when they get up to about 60, and I feel pretty good that they'll get up to that eventually. Um, it's a nice set. The big thing is that it's an updated set. It's just like Update in Flagship. It has all the players that didn't make it into the first 2 series. So this is the same thing with Holiday, and it's only a 200 card set too. So it's a more manageable set. You get all the stars and the hot rookies. Yeah, I think this will be an easy sell. Plus, I think it's better looking. I love the look of the set with the garland around the border there and the candy cane kind of stripe thing. I like that. Um, so yeah, I just think it's a really good looking set. I think the base set is better looking than the chromes because they use the dark colors on the chromes, and it doesn't really highlight the border with the garland and the candy cane stripe. Yeah, so I think they kind of missed the boat there. They should have had some lighter colors, I think, on those that would have highlighted those a little better. Let's see what we got. So I'm just opening for fun now. This is chasing. I'm chasing. Unless, I decide I want to maybe do a short print set. At least as far as I can tell, there's only one level of short prints. And I know I've got duplicates of many of them. So I probably, might try to go for that if I don't already have it. And then I did get a lot of, I forget what they call, the nice list. They had one in every pack of the advent calendars, but I don't see those advent calendars being sold anywhere anymore. But yeah, it looks like everybody snapped those up pretty quickly. Because you got the nice lists, which are actually pretty tough, which I don't see the point why you would make it so tough in the tins, in the mega boxes, and then give one in every pack practically in the advent calendar. So that kind of didn't make much sense. They would have been better off leaving those out of the tins and the mega boxes and just the advent calendars. They do have a plaid border, or green plaid border, I guess you could call it, where you get one of those in every pack. And, that's probably about, 20 cards? Yeah, so you're what, 1/10 of the way towards the completing the set, or at least by number of cards. So yeah, it might be a fun set to try to shoot for. But I haven't seen anywhere. I didn't really make much of a search to see if anybody's still selling them. And honestly, I would buy those on eBay. I imagine you could probably get them for $20 or $30 more than retail right now, which I think is probably pretty reasonable. Um, the only thing I didn't like is you only got 5 cards per pack. And the major thing that's bad about those advent calendars is how they put them in the slots. It's just the cards got damaged. I guarantee it when they put them in the slots. I have not looked at them closely or anything, but I have no doubt they were damaged just by putting them in those slots. I wonder how they put those in because they're so hard to get out. So yeah, that's another big thing. But they only have like what, 3 base cards, and I didn't see any short prints, but I wasn't really looking. But I think I would have noticed if there was one. So yeah, it was kind of. I thought it actually was a little bit of a letdown. Uh, they didn't have any numbered cards. Um, there were no short prints, no chrome. They had those green plaid border, but I mean it was white with the green, the graphics in green, so it was like green and white on the border. Um, yeah, I honestly wouldn't probably buy any more of those unless I just wanted to, because I guess how many cards are in that nice list, like 30, something like that, or maybe less. So yeah, you're pretty much at least halfway through the set, probably. I would think just with one of the advent calendars, but those sold out pretty quick. Um, you do get the buyback cards, and I guess maybe that's what people are chasing. My buybacks were nothing to write home about. Um, uh, I mean, obviously, just having that stamp on there adds value. Um, but I can't even remember who I got. That's how bad they were. Well, Roberto Alomar, that wasn't too bad, and then Jose Baez, I guess, was the other one. But the Baez was a chrome. The Alomar was flagship. Think from maybe 92, 93, 94, something like that. Maybe later. I don't know. It was definitely from the 90s, I would gather. Um, but I mean, I think Alomar's in the Hall of Fame, Roberto Alomar. So, I mean, it's collectible from that aspect. Hunter Green, Julio Rodriguez, and that's one of the tough ones I was needing. So I wouldn't be surprised if that might have completed a set if I didn't have it. Kevin Alcantara. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I already have the 4 set. So I might just keep building sets because I think they're a great set. It'll be a good sell. I figure when they get up to about 60, where it'd be like 2 mega boxes, Young Ho Lee. It just the really what it's going to come down to is how fast the holiday mega boxes and the tins sell out. The tins might be around for a while. I know 2024 you can pretty much find pretty easily. So the 2025, uh, it's hard to say how many they made of those, but they may be around for a while. And as long as they're around, that's going to keep that set price down. But once that stuff sells out, a lot of people then look towards the sets, buying a complete set. Uh, so we'll see. I I imagine the mega boxes got to be close to selling out. I would think because they got to be pretty popular because of the chrome. I know that's what I'm hoping for in every box. Alec Burleson, Nacho Alvarez Jr. before that, Andrew Benintendi, Randy Arozarena, Alex Bregman, and Jokenzie Noel on our light blue. Yeah. So if I wouldn't mind probably building a few more sets. it just gets more efficient the more you go because you start having everything and you completing them pretty quickly. So, and I think they're going to be a popular set. I think it's the best one they've done, actually. Of all the holiday baseball sets, I think this is the best one. I think a lot of people would agree. Matt Strom, Jacob Wilson, Juan Soto, and it's always hard to tell with the rookies, but there's a lot of rookies in this set. Nolan Schanuel and rookies that were only in the updates. So there's very few Topps products that have Nick Kurtz. Looks like we got a green chrome. Ooh. I'm guessing that's probably to 99 because I have a blue sparkle to 199, a blue refractor to 199, and then the purple are to 299. Okay. Anything behind that? And we have a silver behind it. Let's see what our silver is. Kevin Alcantara on the silver. Byron Buxton. Manny Machado. Kobe Mayo. So we know there's nothing. Okay. Oop. Oh. It's not Kurtz. But it's another A and it's a color match. And I think it's Jacob Wilson. I saw the name on the bottom. Oh my goodness. I think it is. I think it's Jacob Wilson. That would be so nice. Oh, Bobby Witt. Could have sworn I said Wilson. It didn't look close. Well, that's not bad either. And it is to 99, as I suspected. Wow, that's nice. Sparkle. So I wonder if they did a green refractor to 99, like with the blues. That wouldn't surprise me. I would almost bet on it. Now, this is my lowest chrome right there. That's really nice. That actually is not going to work. Need a bigger boat. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah. I guess that one got me right there. Yeah. As long as they keep getting that the major retailers have the mega boxes. Well, even, you know what? Even on eBay. But I like getting them at $30. Very nice. Wow. Yeah. That's a nice one. Yeah, it's too bad that wasn't Jacob Wilson. But Bobby Witt's pretty good. Wow. Yeah, so you can still get them for 30 at least a few retailers I know still have them. And I imagine on eBay you probably if they were to sell out at the retailers, you probably wouldn't have to pay more than 50 and probably even less than that. We'll see. A lot of it might be too like me building the sets. If the set price goes up, right now it's too little. People are selling it for like I said, I think even $15, 15 to 20, something like that. That's way low. It's not even worth the effort selling it that low. You know what? I never forget that, and I wish I'd bought more. I bought a couple of boxes of 2020. That's when you could order it. The boxes didn't come out till 2021, and that was Topps Avatar: The Last Airbender set, and it was a 20 card set, and you got 9 base cards, and then one numbered card per box, and the boxes were $10. Isn't that crazy? Uh, and nobody was interested because it was anime, it was cartoon, it wasn't sports. Very few people bought them. And I remember I bought 2 boxes because just I wanted to get the set. Figured I'd just um, uh, buy the singles I needed because you get 9. So I figured I'd get buying 2 and probably get a sequence, and I did. Where I only needed to buy two two cards to complete my set, and got the numbered cards. Nothing special. I think one was I forget what the I hate to say it, call it a dog, but it was actually a good one. I think it paid more than paid for the 2 boxes. Um, and I wish I'd bought more. The real the thing was the cards were so nice. The base cards, they were a paper card, but it was um, like Topps Tiffany kind of quality paper. It was thick. They had double gloss on both sides. It was very glossy, the base cards. And I remember people were selling the sets for like $10 because the boxes were only $10. And that's kind of like this one. The mega boxes are 30. They're selling the sets for 20. Just getting their money back basically. Um, and I was like, they're crazy selling these for $10. These sets are going to be worth a lot. Last time I looked, I think it was like around 80. I think they were selling for, but that might have been like a year or two ago. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a lot more. The boxes, here's the funny part: those $10 boxes now sell for $300, and they've been around that price for about a year, maybe even a couple of years. Um, yeah, pretty good return on investment on that. Ah, wish I'd bought more, but yeah, I, I was like, I remember when I was seeing people selling those sets, and I was thinking, I should buy some of those sets. And I think I bought one, uh, and I forget. I think I paid like $10, and but I should have bought more of the sets too. The cards are so nice. The base cards were so nice. The numbered cards weren't any better than the base cards. They just had a different color parallel border depending on what number it was. But the quality was the same as the base cards. The base cards were so nice, and that's actually why that set I think, is worth a little bit too. And that's the same thing with this. I think this set is nicer than the flagship. Now, people are going to say it's a off the edge set or something like that. It's not flagships and everything, and that probably hurts. But I think this is a better looking set. We'll see. Plus, I think it's updated. It's all in one set. It's not like you're buying a flagship set that's all from one set. It's like 3 different sets, series. It's one set, but it's 3 different releases. This is one release. You get everybody 200 cards. You're getting all the stars. So, I mean, you can imagine 200 as opposed to what's the base set for um, Topps is like 900. So um, yeah, I think this is going to be a popular set. Matt Olson, Zach Wheeler, Chris Sale, JT Realmuto, Pete Crow Armstrong, Gunnar Henderson, Andrew McCutcheon, Jordan Lawler, Mark Vientos, and our blue rainbow is Yu Darvish. I've been talking so much, I'm going to get some drink. Yeah. I, I was actually just thinking about that. I was thinking about that. I hadn't hit anything under the 199, so I don't know how many different parallels they have, but I'm getting them at 1 and 2 boxes. That's what the breakdown is. I've opened 12. I've got 6, so that that's what it is. So I think they did probably do several. I actually wondered why they didn't do a base set, because I thought, well, you could put one in every box and put one in the tin and 2 in the mega boxes, but I don't mind this either, but I wouldn't mind, and I know a lot of people, if they'd have done where you got 1 in a tin, a base set chrome, 1 in a tin, 2 in a mega box, there would be people putting that set together. I think, there are probably people putting some of these chrome sets together. Um, yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these are really nice. Matt Chapman, Luis Robert Jr., Luis Castillo, Angel Martinez, Josh Young, Caden Dana, David Festa, Drew Romo, Dallas Garcia, and our silver is Jason Dominguez. Wonder what his first cards are selling, like his Bowman cards. I wonder what they're selling for, because they were selling for some crazy prices. Jose Altuve, Darren Baker, Shohei Ohtani, Michael Harris II, Christian Yelich, Riley Green, Will Wagner, Vinny Pasquantino. Yeah, I just noticed that. Why do the Kansas City Royals have a gold? I guess they don't really. I always thought the foil border had something to do with the team, but I guess not. Huh. Some of them do, I think. Yeah, it should be a light blue. Like Jaron Duran, they got the red kind of. I guess it's a red. I guess you could say. And our short print is a Jacob Wilson. Let me check the numbering on this. We've only gotten 523 codes so far, and this one is too. So I'm beginning to think that's the only short prints there are. I mean, 12 boxes is not, 12 mega boxes and 5 tens. That's not that much, but I would have thought I would have gotten lucky and hit something, but we'll see. I thought there were 3 levels. Maybe there are. Jacob Wilson's not a bad one to get, though. I think that might be my first one of his. Probably should sleeve that up. Matt Shaw, Chase Dollander. There's Nick. Ellie. Ryan Helsley. Griffin Conine. Logan Gilbert. Moises Ballesteros. Drake Baldwin. And our silver is Young Ho Lee. I'm going to sleeve up that Wilson. That's a nice one. Yeah, I guess it would be worth it to maybe put together that short print. I've got to be close to having that, I would think. I mean, I think I've been getting one or two, mostly two short prints per box, so I don't know how many are in the set. Spencer Steer, George Kirby, Rafael Devers, Yu Darvish, Austin Riley, Brenton Doyle, Cam Smith, Jackson Jobe, Bo Bichette. Oh, this is our snowflake. I was wondering, we didn't get anything, but see, this is what fools you. There's no difference, and it was face up again. I've been getting mostly where it was face down, or back up first, face down. Yeah, the last two have been face up. Ooh, that's rough. A lot of people are missing this snowflake. They're not noticing. I wouldn't be surprised if you go to some places and you sort through their comments and you might find a snowflake. They're only about one per box. I had one box that had two and one short print. I think, or maybe two boxes. But most of them, what I've had so far, are one per box. So they're tough. I don't like when they do something like that, that there's no difference on the front. And I'll tell you why. Because if you get a card graded, and it's slabbed, you're displaying it face up, face forward. Um, you're not displaying it the back up. So yeah, I just don't get that. I don't like that. That's the only thing I don't like about those kind of cards. And I know it gives it value, but if you're displaying the card, you're not displaying the back. Yeah, it'll say on there it's a snowflake, and everybody go, "Why is it a snowflake?" And Austin Wells, Mike Trout, Sal Frelick, Ronald Acuna Jr., Bryce Harper, Dansby Swanson. I wouldn't mind hitting one of the paper parallels. How about another number to 8? Whew, I didn't even know those were in there. I didn't think they had any paper parallels in these. And I've been getting more chromes than I've been getting the paper. Paper are tough. Tristan Casas. We got a Santa. We got a Santa. That's our second Santa, and that is hilarious. I thought that Topps had screwed up the odds on the Santa because the first 10 I opened, it's a silver behind there. Yeah, let's go ahead and see the silver. The first 10 I opened had a Santa, and the first mega box I opened had a Santa. And I was like, well, these aren't that tough. I looked up the odds, and they're supposed to be tough. I like this design. This is the 91, I guess, based on the 91. I love 91 is my favorite. I think it's also the last year they made Topps Tiffany. And yeah, so I've been actually buying some of the star players from the 91 set, Topps Tiffany cards, graded cards, some ungraded. Looks like a little maybe ding there. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Topps 1991. Yeah, that's the 91 is the first of the modern design also. Before that, they were still doing the cardboard. I mean, the old cardboard. 1990 was the last of the cardboards. And so Topps 91. It wasn't quite like it is now. It was still a little cardboardy, kind of the evolution of the cardboard to what we have now with the thin, good paper stock, card stock. Yeah, But it was the first of the new modern cards too, and they kind of gave it a um, Art Deco kind of Frank Lloyd Wright kind of thing. I like that. There we go. Good, good, good box. I was begging for a numbered paper, and I'll take a Santa. I think what it would have been cool is they'd had like players playing Santa. Maybe give it a little extra value. I can't imagine. I mean, some people are always going to collect anything Topps does and these oddball stuff like Santa, but from experience, they have not done well long term. Those kind of cards, unless there's some name to it. But that's not bad. Good box. Whit Green /99, a Santa, Jacob Wilson short print. Pretty good. That's a lot better than the last one. Well, no, although the last one I did get Skeens. The one before that. Garrett Crochet, Jackson Merrill, Sean Burke, Tyler Locklear, Stephen Kwan, Xander Bogaerts, Adley Rushman. There's Skeens on the Rookie Cup. Yeah, that'd be a nice one to get on like the Chrome, the Skeens Rookie Cup. Yeah, that'd be nice. There's Brent Rooker. And our second short one, let's just flip it. It is Cam Smith. That's a good one. I don't think I had that one either. That's a good one. And there's Brent. Yeah. Sleeve that up. This turned out to be a very good box. Yeah. I'm liking Topps Holiday this year. They really added value. I was surprised that the mega boxes were still $30. That surprised me. I'm surprised that you can get the flagship for $35, considering how much they're selling the Chrome for. I guess that's pretty much in line. I guess, yeah. Flagship basketball, I should say. Yeah, they really jumped the price on that, and they jumped the price. What, 85 now for Megabox on Update or Chrome Basketball, and 50 for a Blaster. Wow. Yeah, I think that's kind of getting to the point where it's leaving me out. Yeah. I like Chrome, but I used to buy them actually quite a bit, but just not anymore because they're too expensive.